It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. And it's coming up next.
First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on. Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Once again, it's Warren. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. On third down, Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. 15-yard pickup there. That's a Steeler first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's 2nd and 2. A run up the middle with Warren. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A first down throw from Rodgers. He'll get that complete to Donald Parham.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Play action now. Oh, no, chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
Here's Warren trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short, down at the 1. Come a little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Warren. And this time he's in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Steelers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. His kick is good, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Panay Wanwu now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Patrick Queen, the linebacker, they're on the tackle. Third and a yard. He'll send a tight end in motion right. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down. He needed 2 and gained 6.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Off the play action, here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Fields. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On fourth down, the Jets turn it to the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Steelers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On the ground, this is Warren. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And the Steelers first down.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one caught at the 4.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On play action, Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jets offense ready for their second possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. He'll go left side here and complete this one. It'll be a pickup of 10, and the Jets have a 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. We are through 1. 10-0 is our score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Here's Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
On the give, it's Hall. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. They'll motion over Metcalf. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
In trouble, and down he goes.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston to punt for Pittsburgh. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. He'll have a Jets first down as the tackle's made at the 35-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
A first down throw for Fields. This one caught by Lazard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A give. Here's Hall. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Another run here with Hall. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Jets first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down, but not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Here's 1st and 10. They give to Hall. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Elijah Vera Tucker played his college ball at USC. Guilty that time. They go play action with Fields. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
The Steelers' offense ready to take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. First carry for one of the most versatile players in the league, Cordero Patterson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage across the 50 to the 48. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. On 2nd down, Warren. And he'll get forward to about the 42. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. 23 yards on that pass play. That's a Steeler 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders.
This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a handoff to Warren. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Rodgers. And And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. For Darrell Patterson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Throwing is Fields. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
A run here with Hall, and he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Fields now. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On comes Thomas Morstead as he's on to punt for the Jets. Steelers offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Catch made. That's Woods. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face second down and 7. Rodgers going up top again. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Fields. And that's going to be intercepted by Darius Slay. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, what this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth, he certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
A first down throw from Rodgers. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. Xavier Gibson now to take it out of the end zone. Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers, who are in the lead. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports. Halftime. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's Hall. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Fields to throw. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Once again, it's Warren. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Here's Warren. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Fields. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. On the option, here's Hall. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Play action now for Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The visitors' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Play action now with Rodgers. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll go right back to Freiermuth. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. They'll motion over Metcalf. Here comes the jet sweep. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
They'll run here with Patterson. Not a lot on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. On the ground, this is Warren. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Throwing it out wide, and Metcalf has it. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Second down, it's Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up fourth down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown, you're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the 34 now, it's first and 10. They'll motion over Metcalf. They run on the jet sweep, and a short pickup there to about the 36. Now Rodgers. Off-balance throw. It's complete. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. That's quickly to Freiermuth on the RPO. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Two yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He puts it up, and it's caught. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Steelers. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers will add one more onto their big lead. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Here's Fields. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Fields. This one caught by Lazard. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Now Fields. Off he goes. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They go play action with Fields. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Fields now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He pulls it in around the 5. And he finds a seam and takes it down to the 3. and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Jets are able to edge a bit closer. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Whoa! A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. From the gun, Rodgers. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On the handoff, this is Warren. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A run up the middle with Warren. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On 3rd down, they go with Warren. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. Terrific starter there, gain of 15, and a 1st down.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Open man, that's Gibson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Fields now to throw on first down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
First down, Fields. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Fields to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now, Fields. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Fields from the gun on third down. This one taken in by Reynolds. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down.
This is a really popular concept on third down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps him short from picking up the first down. You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Steelers offense and their running back set to go once more. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. On second down, Warren. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be third down and short. They'll try and run it here with Warren. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
A carry here for Warren. And just a short pickup there to the 35. Here's a handoff to Warren. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here's 3rd and 7. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They proved much the best in this one. Again, a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.